The ground trembles. The sea churns. The sky crackles with energy. Titans clash. Godzilla, king of the monsters, faces his greatest challenge. He is joined by Shimo, the ancient protector. They fight for Earth, for humanity, for survival, but their enemies are powerful. Shin Godzilla, a creature of pure destruction, thirsts for chaos. Skar King, the exiled, seeks revenge. This is a battle for the ages. Godzilla, a walking atomic blast, embodies nature's wrath. He is a force of destruction, yet he defends Earth from threats even greater than himself. Shimo, a colossal moth, is a being of pure energy. He is the guardian of the Earth's balance. Together they are an unstoppable force for good. Their bond is ancient, their purpose shared. They are Earth's protectors, the last line of defense against the darkness. Shin Godzilla is evolution gone mad. Born from the depths of the ocean, he emerged as a force of nature, a living embodiment of chaos and destruction. His very existence is a testament to the unchecked power of nature, twisted and amplified by human folly. As he rampages through cities, leaving nothing but ruin in his wake, one can only marvel at the sheer scale of his destructive capabilities. He is a constantly evolving nightmare, driven by an insatiable hunger for destruction. Each transformation brings new horrors, new abilities that make him even more formidable. His skin hardens, his limbs grow stronger, and his atomic breath becomes more devastating. There is no end to his evolution, no limit to the terror he can unleash. As buildings crumble and fires rage, the world watches in helpless horror. His power is unmatched, his rage unending. With a roar that shakes the very foundations of the Earth, he unleashes his atomic breath, a searing beam of energy that incinerates everything in its path. No structure can withstand his might, no force can quell his fury. He is a living apocalypse, a harbinger of doom that leaves nothing but ashes and despair in his wake. Skar King, once a benevolent ruler, was corrupted by power. In his prime, he was a just and fair leader, beloved by his people. But power has a way of corrupting even the noblest of souls. As he delved deeper into the dark arts, his heart grew cold and his mind twisted with visions of conquest and domination. The once great king became a tyrant, his eyes glowing with malevolent intent. He seeks to dominate all realms, his heart filled with bitterness and vengeance. From his dark throne, he commands legions of loyal followers, each one more ruthless than the last. With a wave of his hand, he conjures dark energy, bending it to his will and using it to crush any who dare oppose him. His ambition knows no bounds, and his thirst for power is insatiable. Their alliance is one of convenience, their goals aligned in devastation. Though they come from different worlds, their shared desire for destruction has brought them together. Shin Godzilla's raw power and Skar King's dark magic create a formidable force, one that no army can withstand. As they lay waste to cities and kingdoms, their combined might seems unstoppable. They are harbingers of chaos, a threat to all life. Together, they bring a new era of darkness, one where fear reigns supreme and hope is but a distant memory. As terrified people flee before their onslaught, the world trembles at the thought of what horrors these two titans will unleash next. In their wake, only destruction remains, a grim reminder of the power of unchecked ambition and the fragility of civilization. A fragile peace had existed between the titans, but Skar King, consumed by his lust for power, shattered the treaty. He manipulated Shin Godzilla, unleashing the beast upon the Earth. Cities crumbled, armies fell, and humanity faced extinction. Godzilla and Shimo answered the call, bound by duty to protect their world. The balance of power shifted. The fate of the planet hung in the balance. Section 5. The First Strike. The battle began in the Pacific Ocean, a vast expanse of water that had long been a silent witness to the world's greatest mysteries. On this fateful day, it became the stage for an epic confrontation that would be remembered for generations. Waves, taller than skyscrapers, crashed against the coastlines with a force that seemed almost supernatural. The sheer power of the ocean was on full display, as if nature itself was reacting to the chaos unfolding within its depths. Shin Godzilla, a creature of unimaginable power, unleashed a torrent of atomic fire, scorching the sky and turning the air into a searing inferno. The heat was so intense that it could be felt miles away, a testament to the destructive capability of this monstrous being. Godzilla, the king of monsters, met the attack head-on. His own atomic breath clashed with Shin Godzilla's in a blinding explosion of energy. The collision was so powerful that it lit up the sky, creating a spectacle of light and destruction that was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Amidst this chaos, Shimo, a beacon of light and hope, battled Skar King, a creature of darkness and malevolence. Their struggle was a clash of ideologies as much as it was a physical battle, with each monster representing opposing forces in the universe. Their beams of energy met in mid-air, creating a cosmic dance of destruction. The sky was filled with brilliant flashes of light as their powers collided, each trying to overpower the other in a battle that seemed to defy the very laws of nature. The earth trembled under the weight of their conflict, and the sky itself seemed to crack under the strain. It was as if the very fabric of reality was being tested by the sheer magnitude of their power. The Battle of the Titans had begun, a dramatic showdown that would determine the fate of the world. As the monsters clashed, the very essence of life and death hung in the balance, and the outcome of this epic confrontation would shape the future of the planet. Section 6. A King's Fury. Godzilla, enraged by Skar King's betrayal, fought with unmatched ferocity. He slammed into Shin Godzilla, the impact shaking the very foundations of the planet. But Shin Godzilla, constantly evolving, adapted to Godzilla's attacks. He retaliated with blasts of radioactive energy, pushing Godzilla back. The tide seemed to be turning. Could Godzilla overcome this ever-changing foe? Section 7. Godzilla Down. In the heart of the city, chaos reigned supreme. Buildings crumbled and the ground shook as titanic forces clashed. The air was thick with the scent of destruction and the echoes of monstrous roars. Skar King, sensing an opportunity amidst the chaos, unleashed his full power. His eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and his roar echoed through the city, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to watch. A wave of dark energy, crackling with raw power, slammed into Shimo, the giant moth. The force was overwhelming, knocking the majestic creature from the sky. Godzilla, momentarily distracted by the sudden turn of events, found himself vulnerable. Seizing the moment, Shin Godzilla, with his eyes burning with determination, unleashed a concentrated beam of atomic fire. The beam cut through the air with a searing intensity, striking Godzilla with unrelenting force. The king of the monsters roared in agony, his mighty form writhing in pain. The impact was too much, and with a final heart-wrenching cry, Godzilla collapsed into the churning ocean below. The waves surged and crashed as if mourning the fall of their king. The once invincible king of the monsters lay still, submerged beneath the turbulent waters. The city held its breath, the silence deafening. Had the king of the monsters truly fallen? The question lingered in the air, heavy with uncertainty and dread. Shimo, gravely wounded, knew he had to act. He gathered the last of his energy and flew towards Skar King. The exiled king, caught off guard, could only watch in horror as Shimo slammed into him with the force of a supernova. A blinding flash of light engulfed them both, the very air crackling with raw energy. Shimo's sacrifice bought Godzilla time, but at a terrible cost. Godzilla, revitalized by Shimo's sacrifice, rose from the ocean depths. He was filled with a terrible resolve. Shin Godzilla, sensing Godzilla's renewed strength, prepared for a final confrontation. Their roars echoed across the ravaged landscape, a chilling symphony of destruction. This was it. The fate of the world rested on this final clash of titans. The battle raged for days, a maelstrom of atomic fire and unimaginable power. Finally, Godzilla unleashed a blast of atomic energy that dwarfed all others. Shin Godzilla, unable to adapt, was consumed by the blast. When the light faded, only Godzilla remained. He had won, but at a terrible cost. The world had been reshaped. A new era had begun. Godzilla, scarred but unbroken, returned to the sea. The world rebuilt, forever changed by the battle. The legends of the Titans lived on, a reminder of both the destructive power of nature and the courage of those who defend it. The balance of power had shifted once more, but the fight for Earth's survival was far from over. The Titans may slumber, but their legends will never die.